Henry, look. I spent the happiest years of my life in this forge. It's such a shame to see the old place just left like that to... Henry! Stop that. Come on, we still have to go to the market.
Hello and welcome to the Legacy of the Forge DLC for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. It's good to be back with Henry.
Looking for something, lad?
I was just...
You won't find nothing here no more. Let's move along.
Okay then.
Forgive me. It's just that... I remember this forge from my childhood. When I was a boy, my pa, Martin, brought me here.
Wait, Martin? My husband had an apprentice called Martin. That was your pa?
Well, I'm not sure.
Well, I'm not sure.
If you're saying he showed you this forge, I reckon he's the same Martin who used to apprentice here.
Okay. Well, I guess we're going to say, unfortunately, he died?
Unfortunately, he died.
I'm sorry to hear that. My God, Martin's adult son? Time really does fly.
He told me back then he spent the best years of his life here.
Aye, aye. Those were good times, true enough. What's your name, lad?
Henry.
I'm Magdalene. It's a pleasure, Henry. Care to come inside for a chat? I've a fresh pot of soup on the stove if you're hungry.
Well, I'd be a fool to refuse.
I can't refuse an offer like that.
Glad to hear it. Come with me, then. I'm glad you like it.
Just like Ma used to make.
Back when your pa used to apprentice here, my Skodder's forge was the finest in Kuttenberg. Only then out of the blue he fell ill and I lost him. Everything's been downhill since then. His apprentices left and the blacksmiths guild couldn't decide who to assign the forge to. Before they could make a decision, the forge's attic burnt down. I was visiting my sister in Visokar at the time. She's with the Lord now too, poor thing. I was left here all alone, on jointure. This room is the only one that stayed unscathed for the most part.
What do you mean the attic burned down? That's a very odd place in a forge to burn down, especially with nobody there.
How did the forge's attic burn down?
How do you think? Someone set it ablaze. Hard to say if it was just some brats or those good-for-nothings from the hole. That's the watering hole next door. But it doesn't matter now, they never caught anyone. All that came of it is that nobody's wanted the forge for 20 years. But look at me rambling on. I'm sure you're not interested in the rantings of some old crone.
I am interested.
I am interested.
It's kind of you to say that. I keep trying to explain to the guild that it's not a lost cause. We just need someone who will bring this place back up. But it's like talking to a stone wall year after year. The guildmasters are too worried about their own business to listen to me. But I'm convinced if we were to find a talented blacksmith, the workshop could be as beautiful as a chapel, like when my old Skodder used to run it.
Well, I could be that blacksmith.
I could be that blacksmith.
You're a blacksmith, like your pa? Christ, of course you are. I should have known. It only makes sense after all.
I can get my hands on some coin. And you're right, such a famous forge shouldn't be left to fall by the wayside.
If you were to take it over, that would be wonderful. Only you'll have to talk to the guild about it first. They make the rules. I reckon Master Bushek the Elder has the most common sense when it comes to this place. He might be able to help. He has an armourer's workshop in the town hall quarter. Hopefully he'll hear you out.
I'll try and talk to him. Thanks for the soup.
Good luck to you, Henry.
Alright, we have a goal. But before we do the goal, this was looking very silly, so we'll take it off. There we go. Right. We have a quest once again. Now, you may be seeing all the new quest markers and thinking, are we ever going to get to them from the main game? The answer is no, because they're not new quests. It's just a reminder if you're just joining us here. None of those are new quests. Basically, they're just repeatable quests that are showing up as new quests for some reason on our save. No real idea why, but hey, it doesn't really matter. We know what we're doing here. We're fixing up the forge. Right. Let's head down here. By the way, the reason I didn't want to say stepfather in the previous one is I feel like that's not how our Henry left things off. Yeah, I mean, sure, he was technically our stepfather, but he was also quite literally our pa. He was, you know, the person who raised us, right? It wasn't necessarily the case that he's like, oh, he's our stepfather. No, he was our father, more than Radzig was anyway. Like, Radzig just got things started. He didn't finish the job, basically. Put it that way. Right. Let's head in here. Obviously, we'll shut the door behind us.
You can threaten me when I call the guards.
Scum like that need to be put in their place.
Hello.
Good day to you.
I'm interested in the burnt down forge.
I'm interested in Master Skoda's old burnt-down forge. I spoke to his widow, Magdalena, about it.
For Christ's sake. She didn't pull you in off the street, did she? The mad old crone?
Well, more or less.
Old age must be sad. All I can tell you about the forge is the same thing I tell Magdalena when she bothers me about it. Even getting the building back into its original state would mean pouring a fortune into it.
I'd take care of the money.
Aye, but only a member of the Kuttenberg Blacksmiths Guild can work the trade around here. And you're not a member.
Could I join the guild?
It's not that simple. The guild is a private society made up of Kuttenberg burghers, and the other masters aren't too trusting when it comes to outsiders. So I reckon they won't be too keen on the idea.
Well, how could I convince them?
How could I convince them?
That's hard to say. But maybe you'll make a good impression. But first, you'll be required to meet 3 conditions.
Which are?
First, you have to come from a respectable family. Second, you have to have blacksmithing experience. And third, you'll have to compete the guild's trial. Tell me, blacksmith, what sort of family do you come from? And what's your work experience?
Well, okay. Interesting. Interesting. So I was also thinking here, well, this would be the point where you want to drop Radzig's name. You want to say, you know, I'm related to Radzig Kobola. You know, have you heard of him? But maybe saying Martin makes more sense. Martin is known in this area. Maybe it's worth mentioning him.
Not only do I come from a respectable family, but a blacksmith's family too. You probably knew my father.
Oh? Well, where would I know him from?
From here. His name was Martin, and he used to be old Skoda's apprentice.
Wait, Martin? Your pa is Frisky Martin?
Frisky?
Aye, of course, Frisky. We used to call him that because, well, that doesn't matter. How's he doing these days?
I'm afraid he's no longer with us. He was killed during the raid on Skalitz.
Christ. I'm very sorry to hear that. When I knew him, he seemed like a good bloke and quite a talented swordsmith. Some of the masters were good friends of his. They were the same age at that time. To tell you the truth, that will likely affect your chances as a contender. As Frisky's son, you'll have a great opportunity to make an impression. So you'd better make the most of it.
Hey, fantastic. Now, here we have 2 options. I worked at my father's forge or I worked for Radovan the blacksmith. Now, we did work at our father's forge, but he's not a reference that we can use, right? They can't ever check up on it. They can't ever be like, oh, he's actively blacksmithing. In fact, the only proof that they have that we were ever in any way with our father is our word, because our father is dead. So I got to say Radovan.
As far as experience, I works for Master Radovan of Takov. I'm sure he'd be happy to confirm it.
Takov? Takov? I don't even know where that is, to tell you the truth.
The finest forge in the Trotsky region. Lord von Berghoff himself had his sword forged there.
Von Berghoff, the Royal Chamberlain? Can you prove you're not making it up?
Should I go and get a letter of recommendation from him?
No need. I'll trust you. But if the other masters happen to ask, be ready for anything. It seems answering questions about your family and experience won't give you trouble. Now for the most important part. Are you ready for the guild trial?
What does the guild trial involve?
The guild trial consists of a verbal exam and a practical exam. First, you'll have to answer a few tricky questions from my colleagues. And after that, you'll forge a sword to the best of your abilities right before their eyes. Of course, the trial comes at a small fee for each try. Well then, do you feel up to it?
What does the verbal exam entail?
What does the verbal exam entail?
In short, all the basics every good blacksmith should know. Can you read, at least a little?
I can. Quite well, in fact.
Glad to hear it. Everything you need to know is neatly laid out in this handbook on blacksmithing. And for a small fee, I'd be happy to sell it to you.
Let's try it without the handbook first. I'm ready for the trial.
I'm ready.
Great. But I'm afraid we're not. It will take some time to get things ready. We'll meet tomorrow at noon below the astronomical clock on the square. I'll take you to the guild forge where the trial will take place. But are you sure you don't want to buy the handbook for the verbal exam? It can't hurt to be prepared. And one more thing. If you'd like, you can wait for the trial here. Just say the word.
Okay. Well, if it's not going to be now, I'll buy the handbook.
I'd like to buy the handbook.
Here it is. Enjoy your studies.
Thank you. Farewell. Right, there is somewhere we need to go before we can do anything else. Because I don't think we have it on us, but we do have some blacksmith's clothing. Now seems at the time to, well, equip it. Right, up the stairs here. Right. Excuse me, this is my room. I've never been so offended. Right. Where's my stuff? Who the hell are you? This place has gone downhill. Okay. Let's see. Leather apron. That's what I'm after. Also been told, or I've seen, that you can equip certain gloves to help you. However, I don't have that, so that's fine. So, for our outfit, I guess we should make an outfit as well. I probably don't need a thieves outfit, and I can remake it fairly quickly. Do I keep the dagger on? I guess I'll keep the dagger on. Let's take this off, this off. Right, let's deal with this for now. Right, blacksmithing outfit. So main thing is that we have to wear the leather apron. Let's find some suitable trousers for us here. So, those will do. Those seem to match. Yeah. Those are okay shoes. Those will do. Yeah, those are fine. We want to wear some jewelry so that we're increasing our charisma. Whatever increases it the most. Although, what have we got here? Got this one, which is golden cross. Oh, I get that. I can do it this way. Right. Golden cross ring and the woman's brooch, just to try and raise our charisma a little bit in case we need it. Then I'm looking for anything else that might improve our charisma a little bit. That is very silly looking. I don't know if I can do that. That's also very silly looking. That is the problem. Some of this is going to be like, is it too silly looking to have? The hat is a little too silly looking, I'll be honest. In fact, I think it's all a little bit too silly. So that's fine. Gloves. We can get noble gloves on, and that would give us a little extra, charisma there. That's fine. Legs, I can have some cuirass if I want to. That looks incredibly silly, so no. And then I think that's it. I think that's what we're going with. Oh, I guess I could have my sword with me. But it would make more sense, like, just thematically for us to have a hammer. There we go. So that's us ready. Blacksmith. Right. And now I can read my book. Although, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go sit on the bed and we'll read it. Right. Let's read our book. The book we're looking to read is On the Blacksmith's Craft. A handbook summarizing the basic principles of the blacksmith's trade, useful for any smith who can read. Okay. I know how to fix this. Get your torch out, then you sit. Then you can read. There we go. Right, read. That's much better. The blacksmith's craft enjoyed great respect and recognition since ancient times. It is no coincidence that some pagan deities, such as Svarog, were said by legend to be creators of the world, and were also credited with a divine smithing skill. Blacksmiths were honoured for their strength, skill, wisdom, and above all, for the power they wielded over fire. Masters of this craft held a dignity usually reserved only for village elders and representatives of the church. Forging itself resembles an act of creation in its very essence. The element of fire during the blacksmith's act permeates the material, and the smith's hand through the hammer shapes from that matter an object that gains a new purpose through the act. Understanding the power of fire is therefore truly essential to the blacksmith's craft. A master blacksmith should pay attention to the nuances of colour, which indicate the state of the material and whether the work is progressing properly. The best time to work the piece is when it is heated to a straw yellow hue. Another sign of proper use of fire is the sparks. During forging, they indicate a correct strike, but during heating in the forge, they warn against overheating the material. Another important aspect of working metal is regularity, the rhythm of the hammer blows. A proven way to maintain the correct tempo is the blacksmith's typical melodic whistling. If the forging is done properly, the emerging product gradually changes shape into its final form. The last step of the blacksmith's work is then the heating and quenching of the finished item. In towns, blacksmiths gather in smithing guilds whose purpose is not only to raise the social prestige of craftsmen, but also to oversee the quality of products and materials used. The customer should feel confident that a blacksmith belonging to such a guild is a guarantee of good work at a fair price. This motto should therefore be an imperative for every blacksmith, whether still an apprentice or already a master. For many reasons, the blacksmith's craft may be considered the most useful of all to humankind, and honouring its traditions and principles is a duty for anyone who works near the anvil or seeks to follow the blacksmith's path. Alright, most of that's pretty much common sense, but, you know, it's good to have read it. It's a good little bit of a reminder. I might as well leave the door open, because I mean, we're just going to walk in anyway, so. Right. Oh, first of all, you walk into my room, then you just push me out of the way. Alright, I see how it is. I see how it is. You're gone for like 2 months, and all of a sudden, everybody just loses their mind. Right. Let's head over here.
One is captured.
And wait. I can go in here, right? And ask to wait here. Hello. I'd like to wait for the trial. Actually, talk about the guild. Why was Magdalena pestering you about the smithy?
Why was Magdalena bothering you about the smithy?
She's used to sticking her nose into everything, even guild matters that aren't her concern. Old Skoda, may the Lord grant him eternal rest, always tolerated it. She probably doesn't want to live out her years in her ruin. And I understand that. On the other hand, it was her choice. We offered her a cottage elsewhere, but she wouldn't hear of it. Said that was her home.
Okay. tell me something about Skoda.
I'd like to know more about old Skoda.
He was a true master, trained in the Empire and in Italy, and always sought to improve. He was known for his versatility. He forged swords, armor, even ornamental grills for buildings. Besides making top-quality work, he also handled relations between the guild and the town. They'd never been better. Sadly, he fell ill and passed away far too soon. We lost a great man.
What happened with the smithy fire?
What exactly happened with the fire at Skoda's smithy?
That was a tangled affair. I still can't quite make sense of it. Fires can start on their own sometimes, from the weather and such. But it had been rainy for days. Widow Magdalena was out of town, staying with her sister, I think. So the place wasn't being watched, and no one saw anything. Naturally, the city watch looked into it as suspected arson. But they never found the culprit. I don't even remember anyone pointing fingers. In the end, it was written off as an unfortunate accident.
Okay. Tell me something about yourself.
Tell me a bit about yourself, Master Bushek.
I'm not that interesting. Not much worth telling, really. They call me Bushek the Elder, because my son's taken up the armourer's trade as well. Though he's moved to Prague now. I've been in the guild nearly 30 years. I've seen it rise and falter, and constant feuds between the masters. If I've learned anything in that time, it's that there's an answer to every question and a cure for every pain. I try to live by that.
Why was Martin called Frisky?
Why did they call Martin Frisky?
Truth be told, I don't know. Master Skoda came up with it, and it just stuck. He probably called him that because Martin was always hopping around full of ideas and never hesitated to act on them, whatever sort of ideas they may have been. We weren't terribly close, what with the age difference. But Martin had a bright future ahead of him. That much was clear to everyone in the guild. He could have become one of us one day. But for whatever reason, he chose another path.
Okay, I'd like to wait for the trial.
I'd like to wait here for the trial.
Very well then. We have plenty of room.
You're waiting until the next day.
Should we get going?
I believe it's high time. Don't even bother looking at that old clock of ours. It's been stuck for 30 years. It seems all the other masters are looking forward to what Frisky's son can do. You'd better make a good impression. Come now, the guild's forge isn't far. We'll just pass through the lower market and we're there. Did you get a chance to study the handbook?
I did.
Of course.
Mind if I test your knowledge a bit along the way? What colour is a properly heated workpiece?
Straw yellow.
Straw yellow.
Of course, straw yellow. What else? I have one more
God
question.
bless you.
How can you tell you're making progress while forging?
Sparks and shape, but spark
The
shape.
workpiece changes shape.
That's right. The longer you forge, the closer your workpiece resembles the finished product. Wonderful. It seems you really did prepare. I reckon the others have a lot to look forward to. A good blacksmith should never stop learning. That too is important to our guild. I have a number of designs in my armor smithy that I collected on my travels throughout the kingdom. It's quite a unique collection, and the best part is, I'm happy to share it with others. Stop by any time, learn to make something new. Your customers will surely appreciate it, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Your trial still awaits. Just a little further now.
Alright. Is it this building up ahead, or where are we actually going? Must be this building. Hopefully. Nope. Alright. Ah, no,
It
this
happens.
one.
Just
This makes
watch
sense.
where you're going next time.
Alright, let's follow him. Straight through into the back. Feels a little bit sinister, actually. And through here.
Henry, are you ready?
Yeah, I guess I'm ready.
Well then, are you ready for the trial?
I'm ready. We can begin.
Honored friends, masters of the Blacksmiths Guild, let me introduce the newest adept of the Master's Trial, Henry of Skalitz.
So, this is old Frisky's lad. I can hardly believe it.
Aber I do not see much of a resemblance.
Vielleicht ein wenig.
I do not see it.
Aye, aye, Frisky here, Frisky there. All that talk about not taking in outsiders, and now you've gone and flipped it all around.
Martin was a good bloke and an excellent swordsmith. If Henry here is anything like him, he'd be a welcome addition to the guild.
Genau, genau.
Look, I didn't know this Frisky fella of yours. I'm more interested to see what the lad can do than who his pa was.
We'll see what he can do shortly. Just to be clear, let me repeat what the trial entails. In the first part, the verbal examination, he will receive 3 questions. He must answer all 3 of them correctly in order to pass. If he makes a single mistake, this part of the exam is considered failed, and he won't get a chance to correct himself. After the verbal examination comes the practical one, where our adept skills will be tested.
And if he is successful, he'll become one of us.
Let's begin with the first part of the trial. Who would like to ask Henry the first question?
How about... Why do blacksmiths whistle while they work?
To keep rhythm.
To keep rhythm.
Correct.
At least that.
Let's move on to the second.
What's the final step before completing a piece?
Quenching.
Quenching the workpiece in a barrel.
That's right.
Richtig.
Last question.
I'd like to ask Henry if sparks while forging are a good or bad sign.
Good. Oh, but it does depend. Like good.
They're a good sign.
That's incorrect.
It depends.
It was a trick question. Sparks are a bad sign when heating the workpiece, but a good one while hammering it.
Ah, what a shame. You'll have to really put in an effort during the practical exam, Henry.
We will pay even closer attention to the quality of your product so that you can make up for your lack of knowledge.
Your task will be to forge a guild sword right in front of our eyes. Here's the design for it, as well as the materials. I'm sure you know what to do with them.
Viel Glück. Let's see what you can do, young Frisky.
Let's see, then.
Ah, I feel bad about getting the question wrong. Okay, yes. Blacksmith. So, they want me to make the Blacksmith's Guild longsword. I can do that. Everyone's watching, there's pressure. Okay. So we heat it up. I'm a little rusty. Hopefully there's no issues here. Wait for it to get to the right color. I'm really hoping that at some point, yep, it changes color, that's good. To the anvil. Right. And now...
Nothing special so far.
Okay. We're gonna put it back into the forge now.
Looks like the lad has a firm grip.
And then we're gonna turn it around at when we get back. Maybe I should have turned it around before putting it back in here, but it doesn't matter. Just try and make it a little bit hotter. Right. Now we're gonna rotate it. There we go.
What's next?
This is going well.
And that's
Take
it.
a look at that. Bring it here.
Okay, quench and finish. Love the guy saying, bring it here. It's like, no, we gotta finish it off first. Right, hopefully this is good enough. We got a lot of sparks. No negatives, so I'm hoping it's fine. And we're wearing the apron.
Let's see then.
It's quality level 3? Is that okay?
All done.
Let's see what you made. Excellent, Henry. Good work. I'm glad you didn't disappoint. Honored friends, masters of the Blacksmith's Guild, Henry of Skalitz has successfully completed the trial. Let us head for the guild hall for the acceptance ceremony.
The ceremony is being prepared.
After successfully fulfilling all requirements, I'm proud to announce our guild has grown by a new member. Approach Henry of Skalitz. Kneel. Swear for the first time on your honor and by God Almighty that you will defend the interests of the Blacksmiths Guild of Kuttenberg.
I swear.
Swear for the second time that you will protect all secrets entrusted to you by the Guild.
I swear.
And swear for the third time that you will always act honestly and God-fearingly to spread the esteem of our guild among the people.
I swear.
Now hang your guild sword next to those of the other masters. Now just the final step.
Also, we're in celebrating mode
Get
now.
up.
Wonderful.
Welcome to the guild, Henry. It's now up to you to say a few words.
Well, let's say we're following in our father's footsteps.
I'm following in my father's footsteps. Even as a lad, when I watched him by the forge, I wanted to be just like him. A real master blacksmith. Today, thanks to you, my dream has come true. And here in Kuttenberg, where Pa spent the best years of his life, I like to think he'd be proud of me.
He would be, without a doubt. In any case, from this day forward, Henry is to take over Skoda's forge and repair it. He therefore acquires the right to use it with one obligation, and that is the accommodation of the widow Magdalena. The guild grants her jointure after the death of her husband. That will be your responsibility now, Henry.
That won't be for much longer anyway.
Let's say we'll help her.
She's a kind woman. I'll be happy to help her.
We'll see about that, once she goes poking her nose into everything at the forge.
It sounds like you have your work cut out for you, Henry. But like all hard work, the results will surely be worth it. The ceremony is now over.
Leave us
Forge
to
awaits,
while,
lad.
will you?
Everyone's saying we need to talk. Okay. Blacksmith's prestige shows your standing in the guild, and raising it unlocks new equipment and upgrades for your forge. You increase it by
I
completing
told
special
you,
guild
make it.
commissions that appear on your map each day. Right. Okay. Let's start with, it'll be under player, right? Blacksmith prestige, so it's a new stat. Oh, I see. Masters of the blacksmith trade can earn renown based on the reputation of their forge. The greater the blacksmith prestige, the more sought after his wares become, and the more influence he holds within the burgher community of Kuttenberg. Prestige also helps the master blacksmith acquire better equipment for his forge and allows him to furnish his home with more luxurious items. Accepted. The Kuttenberg Blacksmiths Guild has welcomed a new master into its ranks. It's now up to him to earn renown and build his legendary forge. You can clean up your smithy and then hang up the old weathered shop sign. Okay. Well, people wanted to speak, right? So, hello. Not you, I guess.
It was good to see you, my friend.
Okay, I guess the person who said they needed to speak to us was lying. I think that would be the best way of
What are
putting
we
it.
going to do about the gold plate?
What gold plate?
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll leave. See you guys later.
Greetings, sir.
Right. Oh, we should go tell Magdalena the good news, shouldn't we? Right. Also, where is the guild hall? Were we in it all along?
Good day to you.
I think we're
I'll
in
be
it all
with you
along.
in just a moment.
Hello. Nope. Don't need to do anything with that. Alright. Let's leave here. Shut the door behind us. Alright. Let's go tell her the good news. All the way over here.
Come closer.
Oh, you know one thing that we should do, actually? We'll do that now, actually. We should check whether anyone's selling any blacksmith gloves. I'll check with you, actually.
What do you need, sir?
Oh, I just wanted to see if you had any gloves.
I'll have a look at the web.
Might have to go to a shop that sells, yeah, you're not going to be the person we're looking for.
What can you do, sir?
Okay, we're gonna have to go to a clothes shop at some point to find some blacksmith gloves, but that's okay. We can do that. Is there not one just to the other side of this row? Yes, there are. Okay, fantastic. Let's go grab one. Or grab some from there. A little shortcut over here. Right. Around this way. And around here. And hopefully someone here sells what I'm looking for. Right. In here. Hello.
What would you like, sir?
To speak to you.
What do you have for sale?
Right. I am after. It's down here. None of these. You do not sell gloves. That's the one thing you don't sell. Okay. Interesting. I wonder if anywhere in Kuttenberg is going to sell me these gloves. Let's have a look. Well, blacksmith place didn't sell me them, although I didn't check the. I didn't actually check the guild hall. Well, I suppose we can check next door, and then we can give up after that. That seems like a fair deal. Oh, it's locked. Wait, what time of day is it? Why is it locked? Okay, well, whatever. Right. Done there. That might have been the blacksmith that was involved in one of the other quests. They might be locked because he's not there any longer. You know what? I'm thinking that might be the case. Anyway. Right. It's fine. We'll find some blacksmith gloves somewhere. Hopefully, actually, they've just put some in the building for you. Because they are quite useful to raise your craftsmanship level. Although ours is 30, but I think in theory you can raise it to higher than 30 if you're wearing the right equipment, which then lets you like get even higher quality stuff. All of this is hearsay. I've not actually tried any of it myself. I'm just going off of what I've read online. And who knows how much of that is true. Personally, I just treat pretty much everything as half lie, half truth, and then we work it out as we go along. Anyway. My forge. Ooh. So this is our forge now. Alright. This is a big place. Don't get me wrong, it's a big place. Lots of room for doing things. Right. Hello.
Good news. I gained the right to use the forge.
Wonderful. Finally, we can make some progress here. I'm just worried that once you see the mess inside, you'll turn on your heel and run.
Why would I run?
Why would I run?
I'm just joking. But make no mistake, you're in for some hard work. The house will have to be cleared out first before you can do anything else. The forge, as well as the floor above. Clear the rubble, put it in sacks, take it outside to the wagon, pick up the things laying around, sweep the floors. There's much to do, and I'm afraid I won't be of much help. My back isn't what it used to be. One bad move and I'll stay hunched over like an old crone.
I'm sure I can manage.
I hope so. Looks like you have some strong hands and that you're not all thumbs. But first you'll have to get inside. The entrance from the street is blocked. A beam collapsed.
I'll figure it out.
I know exactly what to do. because I tried to do this before the DLC was unlocked. I know 100% it's running up here and then jumping over. I tried to do this in the main campaign. I'm sure everybody did when they saw it. It just makes sense. You gotta run over there somehow. Right. Up here? Ah, maybe. Unless I've got this completely wrong. Right. Go. Nope. Okay, I take it back. Gotta find a way in. Okay. Ah. This is horrible. Well, let's get out of here. Okay, we'll close that door for now. Somewhere where we can cook. Or this one. Okay. Well, I guess it makes sense that these are the areas that are fine. These are the areas she was living in. Alright. Up here. Oh, I just got a lockpick it. Wait, why am I crouching? It's my house. There we go. And lockpicked. Open it up.
I wonder what's in store for me here.
Hey. Just want to have a look at, see what it looks like. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, looks a little rundown.
This looks like it was an apprentice's room.
Cool. Well, I think with that, that's where we're going to end the episode for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this, as it is the first episode of a series, please consider like, commenting, subscribing, all of that sort of stuff. I don't mention it at the end of any other episode, so I'd appreciate it if you did something, but it doesn't really matter if you do or not, but it helps with search ranking. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.